In the world of The Witcher, you encounter many monsters of variety of origins, but not all of them make a name for themselves. Kikimora, however, is one of the famous ones. It was first introduced in The Lesser Evil, one of the best Witcher short stories. It also made an appearance in the Hexer series and Netflix series. So let's delve into its horrific lore and roots in Slavic mythology. Every monster in The Witcher has its own designated place. If you travel through mountains, you might encounter a hybrid like Griffin. If you are near a riverside, drowners might be there. If you see an abandoned house or castle, a vampire might be lurking. But if there is one plane you should absolutely avoid, it's the swamp. Swamps are the place where all types of evil lurk and live. It's the one place you should avoid at all costs, because once you enter, you might never leave. And Kikimora, my friends, lives in the swamps, alongside many other monsters. Kikimora first appears in the Lesser Evil story in the Last Wish book, where Sapkowski himself describes it as a spidery shape with dry black skin, glassy eyes with vertical pupil, needle-like fangs in the jaws, and bony, taloned paw. Pretty scary if you ask me. However, the game model, as you can see, is different. Like many other insectoids, Kikimora have a functioning society where roles are divided. We have three types of Kikimora: a queen, warriors, and workers. So let's talk about each of them individually. Kikimora workers are industrious and cautious, living in colonies much like ants, ruled by queen and organized into a strict social hierarchy. The workers gather food and maintain the nest, while the warriors act as guardian and commanders. Under a warrior's orders, workers can dig tunnels near potential prey, setting up a devastating ambush. But eliminate the warrior, and the swarm loses its coordination, scattering back into darkness. People fear Kikimoras, but the truth is, Kikimora workers rarely appear near human settlements, and even then, they only attack when threatened. Workers are in fact referred to as shy creatures. Individually, a Kikimora worker is no great threat. Even a child could kill one, but they rarely travel alone. A group can overwhelm even an armed traveler, leaving flight as the only option for common folk. They are quick, nimble, and immune to poison. Axi has no effect on them, and when they dig, no Witcher sign can touch them. The best strategy is to coat your blade in insectoid oil. Prepare your bombs and use Igni to burn the swarm down. The Kikimora worker is more than just a monster. It is the lifeblood of the colony, a tireless servant to the queen. Where there is one, more are never far behind. Now let's talk about a more dangerous class, the warriors. Kikimora warriors are the muscle of the colony, the ones that make sure nothing threatens the queen or her workers. If you're unlucky enough to wander into the territory, you'll know it fast. The swamps near the colony are unnervingly quiet, stripped of animal life and littered with bones. How they communicate is still a mystery. They don't seem to have ears, and dissecting one is a dangerous task, thanks to their toxic bodies. Some scholars believe they use scent signals, invisible to humans, to coordinate their attacks. In a fight, warriors are slower than workers, but they can leap across the swamp and spit streams of venom that raise a Witcher's toxicity level. Their armor is thick and hard, deflecting even the sharpest steel. And just to make matters worse, they never fight alone. Workers swarm to protect them and obey their commands until the warrior is slain. They are immune to Axi, but they are still weak to Igni, insectoid oil, bombs, and a well-aimed silver sword. Take the warrior out first and swarm falls apart. And finally, let's talk about the queen. But before we do that, if you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe, as that is the best way to support the channel and see more lore videos. With that said, let's talk about the Queen. So, the Queen does not appear in The Witcher 3, but it was present in the first Witcher game. The Kikimora Queen is one of the most terrifying encounters a Witcher can face, and for good reason. In the game, you're not supposed to fight her. One hit from the Queen is enough to kill Geralt instantly. Instead, your goal is to run. The smart play is to use art to collapse tunnels behind you, slowing her down as you make your escape. Then use art again to bring down the Salamandra cave spots and bury the Queen under tons of rocks. Finally, it's time to talk about Kikimora's roots in Slavic mythology. Though there is really no resemblance between Witcher and Slavic Kikimora, the closest thing that I found was a specific type of Kikimora in Slavic mythology that lived in swamps and was associated with demonic activities. Kikimora is one of the most fascinating spirits in Slavic folklore. She is always female, but her personality can swing between helpful and malevolent, depending on the household she inhabits. In some traditions, there are two types of Kikimora. One kind and helpful, the other cruel and dangerous. She might look like an old woman, a beautiful young girl, or even a servant. Sometimes she takes on animal-like traits, a chicken's beak, a dog's snout, or glowing goat-like eyes. When the home is in order and the family behaves well, the Kikimora becomes a quiet helper, tidying the house and watching over the inhabitants. But if the family is lazy or creates chaos, she punishes them, causing nightmares, hiding objects, and spreading fear. Children were told to go to bed quietly at night or risk Kikimora taking their breaths while they sleep. One version of the lore says she is married to Damovi, a male house spirit, and together they protect the home. But there is also the Swamp Kikimora, a darker figure associated with the forest spirit Leshi and the witch Baba Yaga. This Kikimora kidnaps children and lures the traveler to their doom. The origins of the Kikimora are just as eerie. Some legends claim she was born from the souls of a woman who died in childbirth, stillborn infants, or children who died before baptism. Others say she is the result of a cursed child, a seduction by a demon, or even the spirit of a matriarch who refused to leave her home after death. Even after Christianity spread through the Slavic lands, beliefs in Kikimoras persisted. They explained strange noises, missing objects, and night terrors, keeping families disciplined and homes clean. The name Kikimora may come from the words meaning demon, death, or nightmare, fitting for a spirit who was once blamed for sleep paralysis, said to sit on the chest of her victims, filling them with dread. Today, Kikimora is best known from the Witcher books, games, and Netflix series, though the creature there is far removed from the mythological roots. Still, in folk belief, she remains a reminder that the state of your home and your heart might just invite something in the dark to visit. Well, that was it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, please leave a like and subscribe. And until the next video, take care.